Hi there everybody, we're just taking a look over the next few days at some little phrases and verses in the Bible that really get to the heart of things. And here we are in Galatians chapter 2 verse 20. And Paul says this, towards the end of that verse he says, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. Isn't that amazing? I live by faith in the Son of God, Jesus, who loved me and gave himself for me. That's the story of a Christian, isn't it? Jesus, the Son of God. I trust him. I have faith in him. Why? Because he loved me and he gave himself for me. He gave up his life so that my sins could be forgiven and that I could experience life, proper life, real life with a connection with the God who made me and life beyond the grave. And notice twice there Paul says me. It's personal, isn't it? You know, Paul was this great writer and leader and pioneer and church planter, and he did all this stuff, and he spent a whole lot of time telling other people about what Jesus had done for them, and yet it was totally personal for Paul, wasn't it? He could say, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. And that's my story. Jesus loved me and he gave himself for me. And if you're a Christian, that's your story too. Jesus gave himself for you because he loves you. And that can be your experience. You've only got to turn to Jesus and put your trust in him, and you find this personal relationship with Jesus so that you can say, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me.